So in this segment, we're going to talk about the Wiccan altar. And the Wiccan altar has all four elements represented on it. That is earth, fire, water, and air. The first things we're going to put on our altar are the god and goddess candles. And obviously, they represent the goddess and the god. Those candles are important for representing deity and to honor them when they come into circle with you. The next very important candle we're going to talk about is the working candle. And the working candle is the one that you actually use to light everything else. All other candles on the altar and all candles around, whether you're using them for lighting or for the four directions, you're going to be using that candle to light everything else off of. And the pentacle represents earth, and that usually goes in the center. And now you'll notice that the altar is separated into a masculine side and a feminine side. And mostly all feminine elements and tools will go on one side, the goddess side, and then the masculine tools and elements will go on the god side. So we're going to talk about the censer. And the censer is important because that's where you burn all of your incense, and it also represents air. And you notice that this one has pebbles in it, and that's to help diffuse the heat from the charcoal. But you can also use it with anything else. Stick incense you can just put in there, or cone just put on top. For resin, you would put a charcoal in here and then put the resin on top after you've lit the charcoal. One very important safety tip, and something you should really do, is make sure that you have a heat-proof surface to put that on. I know it's a little overkill with the diffusing of the heat and the thing, but you don't want anything to catch fire, and it's just much safer. It doesn't ruin your table or anything like that if something happens. Our next item that we're going to have on the table and place there is the cup or chalice. And that is where you put your wine. It also represents the womb of the goddess. And it will go right there. Salt's important because it's a cleaning agent. It also represents earth. It's used for purification and purifying other things. And along with our next element, water, it actually gets mixed together with that and actually creates our holy water that we use in our workings. Many Wiccans use a bell or a chime, and that is for usually starting rituals, helping people with timing, and getting people to when the cues are in ritual. And of course, no altar would be complete without the sacred Bic. Another tool that people don't realize is that we use tapers. And tapers actually, I wouldn't actually say it's a tool per se, but it's definitely something that we use that most people just think of just using lighters to go around and light everything, but you actually will light the working candle and then take this and light all the other candles with that. And the reason is that this is going to represent fire on your altar. And once you've blessed that flame, that is a sacred flame, and then that sacred flame gets spread to every other candle, whether it's the four elements or any kind of working candles. You always light it from that candle using the taper. Next item is going to be something that we should always have on our altar, and that is a offering bowl or dish. It doesn't matter, but that is for when cakes and wine happen, that you actually put libations and offerings into the bowl for the gods. And what Wiccan with their salt doesn't have an athame. And the athame usually goes down here on the bottom. And of course you use a plate or something for your cakes or wine. You can use cookies or anything like that. The most important thing about it is to make sure that you have some kind of a carbohydrate, because when you're doing your work, you're actually expending calories and energy. And when they say spell work, they really do mean it's work. It is a lot of work. So you're going to be expending energy and expending vital nutrients out of your body. And so to replace those nutrients, we have the cakes and wine ceremony. Cakes will go here, wine will go into the goblet or cup. And that's about it. That's a very basic setup with the 4 elements. And some people have more tools, some people have less tools. But it's the basic concept and the basic setup is here.